Yeah, what
So
happens? Screen is
yeah, so you asked me in an email to come up with a user which have the
mm.
access of S3 bucket, VPC,
No,
and
no, no. Show me the problem. What is the problem? What is the requirement? First, let us start from the requirement.
that's why I opened an email with that.
Oh, it has got in the email. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I
Okay.
did
Okay.
like
Let us understand the requirement first.
yeah. So you
Increase
asked
the
me.
screen display. Just
Okay.
increase the size percentage screen display. Yeah, it's good now.
Yeah, so you asked me to create one user, okay, with having
No, I not asked you technically anything in the problem here in the requirement. The requirement is with very light kind of requirement. It is a dry kind of thing. A software engineer is looking for one easy to developer machine in cloud. What
okay,
are the specifications you need to have on the machine? It should be easy to Ubuntu with Linux OS, and
yes,
Apache 2 server need to be configured. MySQL server need to be configured. Java latest Linux version need to be configured, and you should have access to store the S3 objects into the bucket.
sure.
And
So
it should be configured in a VPC. That is the requirement in a particular VPC. So what you need to do? What are the prerequisites you need to get ready to do this kind of setup? That is one stage. Then another stage is during the process of setting up the system, what you are going to do and what kind of steps you will be following.
okay, so I've come up with few steps actually.
Mm. Mm.
So to get access of S3, we need to give permission of S3 by creating a role or by creating a group, and then add give the policies and then add a user in it, right?
Yeah, you please explain it. What you know.
Yeah. So I have created one user and also a group, and in that group I gave the permission of Amazon full VPC access,
Mm.
full EC2 access, and full S3 access. So that
Mm.
and added that user in that group, okay,
Mm.
so that he
Mm.
could be having all these accesses.
Mm.
After that, I go to EC2, then selected Ubuntu latest 18.04 LTS version as
Mm.
per requirement.
Mm.
Then I could ask the client or the boss that which instance type you want. But for now, I am selecting the T2 Micro because it's in a free tier.
Yeah, free
Uh,
term, yes.
yeah. After that, I will ask regarding the whether you want to go with the default VPC or with normal subnet setting, or you want to create one the new one with multiple subnets. Okay.
Okay. The
So
ideal thing is what in development machines, in live environment, traditional environment, non-cloud environment, where they are going to create the machines in public or private subnet.
uh,
The
if
developers machines basically.
so. Basically, if they are working on some database or something, then it should be a private one.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
if they're using web hosting and these kinds of things, then it should be on public network because they have to check it publicly whether
Right.
it's working or not.
Right, that is correct. But if they want to test it, their website, you need to have in the public subnet, right?
Yes, yes, correct.
So normally what happens, most of the developers, they will have a test environment, developer test environment.
Sure.
So we need to ask is desire actually, are you looking for internet website deployment to test in your development environment, or simply for your development internally you want to use the EC2? Such kind of questions need to be raised, it right?
Yeah.
Now let us say the developer needs in a private subnet. He says, I don't have a requirement of this one. Right now I need in private subnet in a secured environment.
Okay.
Now that is the requirement, let us say.
Okay, so if
In
that
such
is
case, the developer need to be given access, full access to perform any feature installations or upgrades need to happen it. That kind of access need to be given. That kind of setup need to be given.
okay, so as per your guidance, I think it should be okay to create a new VPC then with new subnets.
Yes, yes. And
So
also you need to have how you are going to connect the private EC2.
um,
Let
private
us say you want to use CLI or SSH. What are the network design components need to be there?
uh, if you are using Windows, then we could be using the putty to get access through the SSH and PuttyGen.
That is externally developer desktop will have or laptop will have PuttyGen or something.
Okay.
But if I am a developer, from my mission, I want to access Linux one. So what kind of environment I need to have and what kind of setup you need to have in the network?
Uh, Sorry, I'm not that good with VPC actually. To
Okay.
to be
What you need to
honest.
do, you need to prepare some kind of Bastion servers.
Bastion.
Or NAT gateway or NAT instance. Okay, then that need to be connected to EC2 mission subnet. In the subnet, EC2 will have that group ID.
Okay.
Which group ID? NAT group ID.
NAT group ID.
Yeah.
Are you talking about NAT instances or NAT gateway?
Either you can take NAT gateway or NAT instance. You take NAT instance only in the first stage, then second stage onwards, third stage will change to NAT gateway. This kind of requirements will be there many in your course. With working with NAT gateways, Bastion server, jump server, such kind of things.
Okay.
Okay, because those are the common, because always we are going to work with the private subnet EC2s. Even for Windows mission also you need such kind of things, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now you have to analyze this problem. I gave some high level solution for you in
Okay.
the discussion. Then you need to come up with that. Now another thing, when it comes to the S3,
Yeah.
there are two ways you need to use it. One is VPC endpoint, you can use it and include for the EC2 access. Okay, but
Okay.
without having endpoint directly, if you give EC2, VPC will not allow in the firewall, right?
Yes. Right.
You need to declare the endpoint of the S3 for that.
Yes, but
If,
I've only heard of endpoints, but I never used it.
yeah,
Actually, to be honest.
yes. So I'll give one POC video did by student. Don't worry about that. You need to learn those things. All these you need to set up it.
Okay.
One is S3 related activities separate. Another one is connecting the private server setup, right?
Yeah.
Then after connecting it, you are allowed to download MySQL or Java or any kind of stuff what developer is looking for.
We can we add it in user data as Bootstrap?
Yes, Bootstrap. What you are going to add it? Bootstrap
Yes.
one time. It is going to happen every time, right? This is
Uh,
one time installation only.
okay. Then fine.
When do you need to use Bootstrap? You tell me.
Whenever the system, if the system is rebooting, then those script has to be run every time. Then
Yes,
on.
let us say Apache server you want to be active. Okay,
Yes.
you need to put that command, systemctl command or something is there, right?
Yes.
Then you need to make it active. That kind of things can be used. On booting itself, I want the systems to be running.
Okay. Okay.
But
Fine.
here, is it required? Every time you need to
No.
install Java,
No.
MySQL.
Not required.
And another thing is when you install the MySQL, you need to create sample test database and test the SQL also, whether you are able to get the data, read write permissions are working there kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay, all those also you need to test it.
Okay, fine.
Okay, then later on you can delete the test database.
Okay, sir.
You got the points, what you are supposed to do. I'll repeat it. One is, yes, on top level VPC is required. On the VPC, you need to have S3 bucket endpoints that need to be set up. Then later on, you need to use private and public subnet. In the public subnet, you need to have internet gateway. Then you need to have NAT instance or NAT gateway. First, you follow the NAT instance. And through NAT instance, the EC2 need to be connected to the private subnet.
Okay.
Okay, then after that, you need to start building the EC2 machine.
Oh, yeah. Correct.
You got the clear picture?
Yes, yes, I got it.
Is this enough to come up with the detailed steps? We will have a review call on the detailed steps. And then later on, you can come with a POC demo. POC demo करने के पहले back end, you need to test all those steps.
Okay, I will be having just issue with the MySQL thing because I don't work on databases.
नहीं MySQL के लिए एक POC डाल दिया मैं on my web page. I'll share that also to you by email to you.
Sure. Apart from the MySQL, I got your every point, but because I never did that MySQL thing.
No, MySQL simple.
Endpoints.
It is very simple. I have explained the steps also, how to create the database, how to check the data, how to insert the data, including the steps. Yeah, you follow that video, that is enough, because many people are following that.
Oh yes, yes, I'll definitely follow.
Okay, so what you need one endpoint video or POC pile video, then you need MySQL video. That's all from me as inputs, right?
Yes, yes. Please do share me that video of student which your student made.
Yeah, endpoints ke liye, yes.
I'll watch and practice it.
Yeah. But this takes for you with your time availability 2 days.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely to come back for a demo or for a review. I want you to write a detailed steps. Let us say, if any unknown guy is there who knows little bit screen operations of AWS, he should be able to create with your detailed steps all the things.
Okay.
Such kind of detailed steps sequentially you need to give. You can give subheadings also, like I'm creating VPC, I'm creating endpoints, I'm creating Bastion, I mean the NAT instances setup, I am creating EC2 in private subnet. Okay, before that you need to have IAM roles before VPC.
Yes.
So you can mention I am creating IAM role and user IDs for user. All those you need to come like a subsection wise headings, and below that steps you need to be mentioned.
Sure, sir. I'll do that.
If you have that kind of attitude, writing a very detailed documentation, when you go for the interviews, within no time you will be giving answers to them. They'll feel confident on your skills.
Yes, definitely.
अभी market में 40 to 60% cloud and DevOps resumes are having fake.
Yeah.
Completely fake. Many organizations are spending hours together to screen those resumes, junk resumes. But when they ask you a question in the call itself, there is a pre-screening interview they'll conduct through phone call or some online interviews, right?
Yeah.
That time they'll assess real knowledge. Then if they feel you are a real guy, then they're going to call you for face-to-face and give the lab setup to do that.
Yes, definitely.
So such case, what happens if they ask you to set up this simple kind of activity, the developer requirement, you will be doing within no time, faster, because you have done already by hearted all these things. With steps you have by hearted, those steps you tested it. After testing, you came for a demo without error, you demonstrated it.
Yes.
When you demonstrate it without error, what happens? You got high level confidence on that kind of setup.
Yes, correct.
Right? Yeah,
Right.
that is the agenda of POC demo. Okay, right, yeah, I'll stop this, and if you have any other questions offline, you can.